Hello everyone, Mr. Garcia here again. During this video, we're going to learn how to create a stem and leaf plot. Uh, as you can see, I already have the list in there. I just created random numbers. So for time's sake, we're just going to spend mainly learning how to create the dot plot. So what we have to do first is create kind of like a T-chart with two different sections. We're going to have one section and we're going to title it the stem, and to the right we're going to have the second section, which is going to be the leaf. Now, one thing I like to tell my students is that when we have the stem, I like for them to label the top as the tens place value, and the leaf I like them to remember as the ones on their place value. Okay, so we're gonna incorporate every single number you see in there into this stem and leaf by we're gonna go from least to greatest first and foremost, and we're gonna accommodate them according to their place value, their tens and their ones. So as you can see, their tens place value, that will be a 4 for 40, a 3 for a 30, a 2 for a 20, 2 for a 20, a 1, which is the lowest so far on the tens, a 2, and a 2. So as you can see, the 10 is the smallest number, so we carry the tens place, which is the 1 right here. And then we take the ones place of that 10, which is a 0. That will be our leaf. So right here, when we look at that 0, that is not a 0, but rather a 10. So that represents a 10. So we can cross that one out since we already have it. The next tens place I see, it's a 2. So the tens place will be a 2, meaning now we're going to grab all the numbers that are in their 20s. And as you can see, we have a few. Again, we're going from least to greatest. So I see 29, 28, 23, and 28. So 23 would be the smallest number. So again, on the ones place, I don't have to write the entire 23. No, the ones place, it represented by the 3. So the 3 will go on the leaf. So that 3, when we look at it, it's not a 3. We just got to remember that represents a 23. Now on the 20s, we also have, well, let me cross out the 23 first, as we are done with it. It's the 28. We have two 28s. So now when we have two 28s, we take the ones place. Now as we have 2, we have to write the 28 twice. So I put 2 8s. Each 8 represents a 28. So now let's cross that out. And now we have the 29, which we put right here at the end. Again, that 9 is not a 9. It represents a 29. And we pretty much do the same with the next numbers. We're done with the 20s. Now let's get into the 30s. And I do have a number in the 30s, which is a 36. So on the stem will be a 3, and on the ones will be a 6. So that 6 represents a 36. There's nothing else on the 30s, as you can see. So cross that out. And I just have a 40 left over. The 4 is your stem. And the 0 represents the ones place, so I can just go ahead and label the 0. Now again, when we look at this 0, we have to understand that's not a 0, that is a 40. And that is pretty much how a stem and leaf plot looks like. Thank you.